Do you like music? I like music. I have always liked music. I really kind of always wanted to be in a band. Big shocker. Alternative white guy in a beanie plays in a band. But I did not learn to play an instrument until I was in my 40s. And that might seem like too late. But it is not too late. Let me tell you how to make it happen. I did it. You can do it. Everybody can do it. Let me tell you how I did it, and maybe it'll help you out. And if you stick around to the end, I will even link to my actual band so you can see our music, and you can decide if you like it or not. That's fine. But you can see that I actually did it, and so that's the real thing. So, first of all, let me say, this is not for really, really difficult instruments. There are some instruments that are harder than others. Like, I don't know, maybe you could learn to play the saxophone or piccolo or the flute or something, but really what I'm talking about here are like traditional band instruments. Guitar, bass, drums, those are all doable. Even the keys, you can learn to play the piano.
Piano man! Woo!
It's a little harder, like the drums, you gotta be able to do two things at once. There, two hands, multiple fingers, arms, legs going everywhere. Anyway, what are you gonna play? Let me tell you my story first. When I was a child, at my church, we had a piano player / organ player, very nice lady, and she also taught lessons. And so I got signed up for some piano lessons, and I took lessons for about 6 months. And I played Mary Had a Little Lamb. I got the book with the notes, the exercises. This is a long time ago. This is the 1980s. I'm just saying, the 1980s. And nobody had a cell phone. It was a lovely woman. My mom dropped me off. I went to the door. My mom left. I knocked on the door. No one answered the door. No one answered the door. I rang the doorbell. No one came to the door. This woman was great. She had kids, twins. I was a little young, but I do remember being like, damn, those twins kind of hot. Anyway, being stupid. I went to the back door. I knock on the back door. Nobody is there. House is locked. This lady forgot about me. Totally forgot my ass. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. This is in Tennessee. And when my mom found me, she got mad. And so I never took any more lessons. In middle school, I did have a chance to play an instrument. And I don't know if they do this anymore. We used to actually have money for arts programs and music programs. We had this cool teacher come. Who want to be in band? Oh, we all want to be in band. Hooray! And I was like, I want to play the motherfucking drums. I kind of still want to be a badass drummer. Not my instrument. And they were like, oh, haha, okay, here, stand in the back and play the triangle.
Never even got to play my stupid triangle.
But, the triangle's fine. Ding. Played the triangle. Good job. So we still won't let you play the drums. I want to play the drums. They gave me this giant-ass xylophone. Carry this thing around everywhere in this giant case. And I hated it. Carry it home and carry it to school. And one day I'm like exhausted walking up these hills after school, carrying this giant-ass xylophone. And I just threw myself in a ditch on top of it. I'm dead. Lord, take me. I can't. I'm exhausted.
Just go. Go without me.
Finally, I just laid there for a while, ready to go. And then after I recovered, I got up and I threw my fucking xylophone in some bushes. I was, Lord help me. And I got my ass home. Oh no, I don't know what happened to the xylophone. I think somebody must have stole my xylophone. Luckily, some friendly person found it in their bushes. And they turned it into the school. So great, xylophone, recovered, in case you were worried. I was over it. High school is really where I found my identity, especially musically. I had friends who played music, the guitar, and the drums. I didn't play an instrument, couldn't play an instrument. So then I kind of lost my way, and I stopped discovering new music for a while. This happens as you become an adult. I got my job, I had a kid, and did all the life stuff, And then my daughter got older, and she decided she wanted to play the guitar, which was very cool. I'm like, oh yeah, we got a little guitar player. She's going to be awesome. Like country Taylor Swift. I think that was her thing. So it was going to be so cute. I was so excited. She was going to be so cute. So bought her a very cool acoustic guitar. She went to lessons and she absolutely hated it. Did not love it. Did not love it at all. Now I have an old keyboard in my closet from when I'm a kid. I got a nice acoustic guitar, just sitting around not being used, and they don't get used for years. They all just sit there. I just keep toting them around from house to house as I move. Life happens.
Shit happens.
Life happens. Life happens. People move on. People move. People change. You play video games. So I had a friend introduce me to Rock Band, the video game. Well, shit, this is fun. Wouldn't it be cool if there was an actual video game where you plug in an actual guitar, and instead of learning to push the stupid Rock Band buttons or Guitar Hero buttons or whatever, they're the same thing, you play a real guitar? And it turns out that exists. I had no idea. So I got this video game, busted out my daughter's old guitar, and started playing. Chords were hard, that was hard, and then I tried to play some lead guitar, and that was kind of hard, it was a little better. And fast forward a couple years, pandemic hits. I find my old PS2, PS3. I still had the old video game. And I buy a cheap bass. It was an Ibanez GSR 200, which I know now a lot of people say is a really good starter bass, which is cool. And I let people borrow it. I still have it. Matter of fact, somebody has it right now, and hopefully they're learning to play bass. Yeah, so I plugged in the bass, turn on the video game. It was like an epiphany. Holy shit, this is fun. I should have been playing this instrument all along. It turns out that just rhythm is more intuitive to me. They should have let me play the drums. I became a bass player. That is my instrument. So with that being said, number one, play around with different instruments. You never know what you might like. You never know which one might strike your fancy. Play Guitar Hero. Play Rock Band. See if it's fun. You can try the video games that I did. There's Rocksmith. Plug in a real guitar or a bass or a keyboard or Musician, another one online. Some of them say that they're teach you instrument apps. Just do them for fun. The whole point of this is to just start doing something fun. So if you like Rock Band or you like Guitar Hero and you think they're awesome, plug in a real instrument into one of these other games. See if you like that. Might be fun. There's a thing called melodics for drums, which also seems really cool. It's not going to teach you everything. It's not going to be like the end-all be-all. But if you look, there are people who learn all kinds of stuff on Rocksmith or Musician. Like, just look at the internet. Just Google that. Put it in YouTube. Put it in YouTube and you'll see. It just needs to feel good, or you won't keep doing it. You won't keep doing it. You'll quit. The way you actually get better is by keeping on doing it. The name of the game is to just keep doing stuff.
I'm something stupid, do me.
The more I played, the more fun I had, and then things started to open up a little bit and get back out in the world. I was playing songs on the jukebox that I was playing at home. I thought to myself, I really love this. Maybe I should actually learn to play. And that is really how it all happened. I had no aspirations of anything amazing. I wasn't going to be like the greatest player of all time. And if you're starting in your 40s, you probably aren't too. So make sure you have realistic expectations. Seriously, have realistic expectations. You are not going to become a virtuoso, most likely, if you are starting in your 40s. Like, maybe you do. And that would be absolutely amazing. Maybe you are the undiscovered genius. Maybe you are the one. Maybe all along this was your thing and you didn't know it. But for most people, and especially me, that's not going to be the case. You can become very good, but you're not going to be the greatest player of all time. Like, there will be some limitations from starting older, but not many. Honestly, it's not. You can play a lot of stuff if you work hard. So yeah, I was like, well, I want to play. I want to really play. So I started watching YouTube videos. There's a lot of great resources out there on YouTube for free. Don't pay for shit. There are tons of YouTube teachers out there, and they are awesome. They are such a great resource. You can teach yourself a lot of the basics. I actually go a little bit against the grain here. So you will hear people who will say, oh, you never learned anything online. Get a real teacher. Real teachers are great, but buying an instrument, going to a music store, finding a teacher, signing up, they're all barriers to entry. The more barriers, the less likely you're going to do it. That's just the way it goes. I say make it easy, make it fun, start doing your thing yourself at home. That's what I did. If I had had to talk to another human about this, I probably wouldn't have done it. No, wouldn't have happened. There are certain genres where the bass is very important, but also very simple. If you ever listen to Outlaw Country, do, 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 but it's very easy to play. And we have a little honky-tonk bar here in town, which I am a huge fan of. They have music, they have dancing, they have drinking, all the best things, smoking and a joking. And I thought, I would love to just be able to play some basic-ass country music at that little bar. That would be awesome. I would be so excited for that. You reach a point, everyone says you have to start playing with people, other humans. Hell is other people. Hell is other musicians. I was scared. I was not ready. So I signed up for lessons. So now is where you sign up for lessons. Taking lessons is a great way to start playing with other people. I started looking for a local teacher, and again, I'm on Craigslist, pulling the little tabs off the bulletin board. They almost all offer like intro deals, free 15-minute lesson, or get to know each other. Anyway, I talked to a couple people, found a guy and he asked what my goals were, and I said, I want to be able to play this country music. I want to look at the backside of somebody playing music and play the bass. He gave me some music. He gave me some technique pointers. It really helped me out. And then came the really scary step. I just was feeling it one morning. I was amped up. My confidence was at a high. I posted on Craigslist, beginner bass player. Here's some music I like. Here's some songs I can play. Maybe you want to play? Hit me up. And several people hit me up. Turns out people wanted to play. So I met this guy at a coffee shop. We started talking about music, and it was cool. He's a songwriter, local singer-songwriter. And I was like, cool. And he's like, you want to play a song? And I was like, right now? Got a bass in the car. Okay. And then he ran out to his car, and he brought back a bass, and he brought his guitar, and he played one of his songs. And he's like, here's the changes. And I was like, okay, I think I can play this. And we played together, and it was super fun. And now that's the band I play in. That's been 3 or 4 years. We've been playing together a long time. That's great. But at the same time, I also got hit up by a cover band, some very lovely older folks who were looking for a bass player, lost their bass player. We're getting the band back together after the pandemic, and we're ready to go. And I was like, okay, well, what kind of songs do you play? They sent me 3 songs and said, why don't you come audition? Audition. Oh, well, let me learn these songs. Good songs, good music. Somebody once said, if you're playing in a band, you're really looking for 3 things. Good music, good money, or good hangs. Just find 2 of the 3. Good music with people you like to hang out with, that's good enough. And they were good folks. And they played good songs. It was alternative hits from the 60s through the 90s. So, get some Bowie, Velvet Underground.
I'm David Bowie.
99 Luftballons in the original German. Now I'm working. Right now, I'm like, I'm busy. I got 2 bands. This is where the skills explode. Play along with some originals. I am creating bass lines. I am writing music. And so I'm getting to be creative, right? I'm writing my own bass lines. But at the same time, I've got 2 to 3 songs I need to learn every week for the cover band. So I'm also doing that. I'm playing every day. I'm learning songs. I'm writing songs. I'm practicing songs. And holy shit, I'm a musician. And you want to hear something real cool? Remember that honky-tonk place I told you is local that I really love? Well, my band ended up playing there. Had a gig. I stood on that stage staring at somebody's backside, playing the bass, just like I always wanted to. Goal achieved.